These kids then get put on medication so that they can sleep. But no one ever asks them the question, why are you having a hard time sleeping? Why are you having nightmares? What's going on? And so we just deal with the reaction instead of really dealing with the root of the issue. Some physical indications that you will see is unexplained injuries. This hurts, this hurts. Change of hygienes. Someone who really took pride of how they smell and what they wore and everything else, and all of a sudden change. Because what happens is children will try to make themselves dirty to keep the predator from wanting them. Sudden eating changes, complains about in certain areas of having pains and don't know really how to tell you that the reason why that there's a pain. Being mindful of these things. An important reminder is one sign alone does not automatically mean abuse, but patterns, sudden shifts should never be ignored. Children often communicate distress before they communicate it verbally. Their actions will show distress before they communicate it verbally. Being mindful and being able to pay attention to the child's behavior. Now, let's take a step back. As a counselor, I always hear teachers say, well, this student is rude. The student talks back. The student does all these things. And my question is, why? Why does the student do that? Oh, well, when I ask them to read out loud, they get an attitude. You're their teacher. How is their reading skills? Well, they're not up to grade level. So why are we asking him to read out loud? Because the reaction that you see is anger. But what that student is feeling is embarrassment. And what do you have to do if you're feeling embarrassed in front of your peers? You have to figure out a way to get out of that situation. So instead of us dealing with the anger issue, let's deal with the embarrassment issue. And let's understand that we could be a trigger and to be able to notice those triggers. And to say, you know what, this student, we're not going to pick on to read out loud. Those things of being mindful of just not students, but just children. Being intentionally mindful of the things that they have to deal with. Churches must move from assuming safety to actively creating safety. Everyone feels like they have a plan until a plan really needs to be in place and realize we really don't have a plan.